Hi everyone. In this video, we will discuss about principle of operation of DC generator, EMF equation and a problem. First of all, principle of operation of DC generator. DC generator works on the principle of electromagnetic induction. The principle of operation of a DC generator is based on the production of dynamically induced EMF due to the motion of armature conductors. Dynamically induced EMF means EMF is induced in the conductor due to the movement of the conductor. If the conductor is moving, then induced EMF is called dynamically induced EMF. If the conductor is stationary or not moving, then we call it as statically induced EMF. Transformer is an example of statically induced EMF. So this is the schematic representation of a DC generator. N and S are the north and south poles respectively. So this can be either electromagnet or permanent magnet. This ABCD represents the coil, and this A and B are commutator segments, P1 and P2 are the brushes. This is a load. Now, what is the principle of operation of DC generator? Whenever a conductor cuts the magnetic flux, a dynamically induced EMF is produced in it according to Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, and whose direction is given by Fleming's right hand rule. This is the principle of operation of DC generator. The flux is produced by the poles. This is north and south pole produces flux. Flux are always traveling from north pole to south pole, and this coil will cut the magnetic field. This coil is rotated by a prime mover, which I have already explained in the first class. So prime mover rotates the coil, and this coil cuts the magnetic field produced by these poles, thereby inducing the EMF. This is the principle of operation of a DC generator. Now, what is Fleming's right hand rule? If we stretch the thumb, forefinger and middle finger of the right hand in such a way that they are mutually perpendicular, then thumb represents the motion of the conductor, then forefinger represents the direction of the magnetic field, and the middle finger represents the direction of the induced current. This is the representation of Fleming's right hand rule. So this thumb represents the motion of the conductor, forefinger represents the direction of the magnetic field, and the middle finger represents the direction of the induced current. Now EMF equation. Let phi is equal to flux per pole in Weber. That means flux due to one pole. Z is the total number of armature conductors or coil sides. N is the speed of rotation of armature in RPM. P is the number of poles. A is the number of parallel path in armature. Eg is the induced EMF in any one parallel path. Okay, parallel path is you don't need to study the parallel path. According to your syllabus, you don't need it. So just study that A is the number of parallel path. So the total flux cut by one conductor per revolution is equal to d phi is equal to phi into P. That means P is the number of poles. Phi is the flux per pole. So normally total flux will be phi into P. Now time taken to complete one revolution. So we have the value of speed in RPM. So RPM is equal to N. If RPM is equal to N, then RPS or revolution per second will be equal to N by 60. Okay. So RPM is equal to N, then RPS will be equal to N by 60. Then time will be equal to inverse of RPS. As you know, time is equal to inverse of RPS, which is equal to 60 by N. So time will be equal to 60 by N. Okay. So N is the speed in RPM, N by 60 is the speed in RPS, then the time period will be, for the time for one revolution will be equal to 60 by N. Now according to Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, average EMF induced per conductor is equal to d phi by dt. This equation you have already studied in your first year class. Average EMF induced per conductor is equal to d phi by dt. So you already know the value of d phi, which is equal to phi into p, and dt is equal to 60 by n. Substitute these values here, then we will get phi pn by 60. So the number of armature conductors in one parallel path is equal to Z by A. So we know that number of conductors in one parallel path, there are a number of parallel path. Then if you consider only one parallel path, you don't need to study these things. As I already told you, this is beyond the scope of your syllabus, but for the sake of knowledge, I am just saying it. A is the number of parallel path, and the number of armature conductors in one parallel path is equal to Z by A. So the induced EMF in one parallel path is equal to, substitute these values, phi Zn by 60 into P by A. This is the EMF equation, phi Zn by 60 into P by A. This is a very important equation. We are expecting one problem from this equation. That is Eg is equal to induced EMF is equal to phi Zn by 60 into P by A. So remember, there are two types of armature winding, lap winding and wave winding. You don't need much details, just need this for doing the problem. That is, if you are seeing lap winding in the problem, that is, in the problem it is mentioned that the armature winding is lap wound, then use A is equal to P. That means A is equal to number of poles. If the problem says wave wound, then use A is equal to 2. So if the problem says lap wound, use A equal to P, and if the problem says A wave winding, then A is equal to 2. So this is the two equation for two conditions. So now I will explain what is the meaning of a coil and a armature conductors. This is a simple coil. Okay, you can see this is a simple coil, and a coil consists of two sides. So this is a simple coil. This one is a coil side, this one is a coil side. This is also called armature conductors. These armature conductors are placed on the periphery of the armature. That is, these are placed on the slots. Okay, these are placed on the slots, and these are called armature conductors. So simply a coil consists of two armature conductors. Remember this while doing problem. You need this. So one coil consists of two conductors. Okay, or one turn is equal to two conductors. Now a problem. So a 4-pole lap wound DC generator having 50 slots and each slot containing 20 conductors. What will be the EMF generated if the machine is driven at 1500 RPM, assuming that useful flux is equal to 5 milliweber. So in this problem, we have the value of flux per pole. That is, phi is equal to 5 milliweber. It's given that speed is equal to 1500 RPM. We know the value of phi, we know the value of n. Total number of poles is equal to, it says that a 4-pole machine. That means number of poles is equal to 4. So this is a lap wound machine. So as I have already told you, for a lap wound machine, A will be equal to P. Here the P is equal to 4. So A equal to 4. Now substitute these values. So we know that total number of armature conductors is equal to 50 into 20. This is because there are 50 slots and each slot containing 20 conductors. So naturally, total number of conductors will be 50 into 20, because for one slot the number of conductors is 20. There are such 50 slots there. So normally 50 into 20 is the total number of armature conductors. That is 1000. So substitute these values in the equation, you will get the value of the induced EMF. So phi is the flux per pole, Z is the number of conductors, n is the speed in RPM, P is the number of poles, A is equal to number of parallel paths. So here A is equal to P. So this will be cancelled. Then finally we will get the answer like this. Thank you.